Master owner, beat, let's get it.
It's your boy Brandless back at the game. I'm here with my boy Daniel. Really proud of you, brother. He played Zoro today. He went undefeated in 5 rounds. Brother, walk us through the deck profile and tell us your matchups and all that, man. Come on, take it over, bro.
Absolutely. So my first matchup was actually Bonnie, which is like your worst matchup right now in this set. And honestly, in that matchup, you just want to kind of like build wide as much as you can, as fast as you can. You do want to focus on the board. It's the only matchup that instead of going for life, you definitely want to focus on board, just because you want to take cards out of their hand. Because if you're going life all the time, they're just gonna take it. And you always want to set up for for A-Drop Kid. So you always want to see this card or this card against green. Both of these cards deal with A-Drop Kid, and is the only thing that lets you kind of like swing over it. Most of the time, if they put it down and you see one of these two, it just dies that turn. So you can just deal with it the same turn that they play it, which is pretty good.
Nice.
The second matchup was against an L, which is honestly, I don't think you should really focus on that matchup because you're not going to see a lot of NLs recently. But still, your worst matchup probably ever. I only saw one rush Zoro the entire game, but I was able to play this shopper right here, which lets you trash a card and get a 4-cut Straw Hat from the trash.
That's crazy.
And I replayed the same Zoro twice. So that was the only
value.
Yeah, definitely. That was the only thing that kept me in game. The third game I played against Usopp. Honestly, that matchup is really hard, especially because he went first. So he took curve. If they see it, they kind of just build really fast and like kind of like as fast as you, but their bodies are always bigger than yours. So you kind of have to take advantage of their 4-life leader, and you just kind of like want to rush them down. So in that matchup, I really just was looking for Zoro and Luffy and just kind of like play them on curve and hope he couldn't remove them. And at the end of the game, he was 0 life and he didn't have that much counter, and I was able to get a Kid and Killer and just kind of like get the match with that. Then my fourth matchup was Blackbeard, which honestly you're gonna see a lot this format, which is why I think Zoro is a really, really good contender for one of those top decks because he does really good into Blackbeard. Honestly, that matchup was just really easy because I saw Jambe pretty early on my hand, so my entire purpose was just to get him to 0. So I was just playing Rush back to back, and just as soon as I got him to 0, I was just able to finish the match really easily with Jambe.
You technically have 4 Jambes now, right?
Correct. So actually, my last matchup, I did not see Jambe. It was against Shanks.
Okay.
But I was able to. He swung on my life, and my first card of life was the Sanji.
Okay.
Which basically says if you have a Straw Hat that's 6,000 power or more, they cannot activate a blocker. So it's still pretty good, as just the same as Jambe.
Yep.
As soon as I played that card, I saw that card in top deck. I was able to swing with this card. But luckily, if I didn't see any answer like that, I was just gonna do the same thing that I did against an L, which was basically swing with this, get this back, and swing again. So honestly, this card in your grindy matchups comes really clutch. At the beginning when I built the deck, honestly, I didn't think this card, I didn't see the value in this card. But now, after I kind of like play it out and I see your worst matchups, whenever you need rush, this is the answer. Yeah. Because this is what gets the Zoro back or your 2Ks.
Because I noticed when, if you can stabilize Zoro and you don't have rush, you're gonna lose the game. But now this card allows you to recycle everything.
Correct. That card, it helps you.
Yes.
It helps you with that. My last matchup, honestly, it was pretty much a high roll.
Okay.
I was able to play Chopper, which is basically, this is the best card on your deck.
It destroys Shanks too.
This is the best card on your deck by far. I was able to see 2 of them, and then I was able to get a third one out of this event right here, which is also pretty good. Yep. So I was just wide the entire time, and while he was, most of your matches go the same way, which is basically they're gonna be 1 life or 0 life, and you're gonna be 5. you're gonna be healthy. So you gotta take advantage of that. You kind of just want to pressure and just keep pressuring. You don't want to stop the pressure, because if you stop the pressure and they start swinging at your life, that's when you die. You don't really run much counter, which is you don't really care, because like I said, they don't really swing at your life.
You need to respect your board.
They need to respect your board, because if not, you kill them.
Yeah,
and like I
yeah,
said, Jambe at 1 is completely fine. It's a searchable card.
Yeah.
I really didn't play this card today, but I think this card is really good, especially if you need to answer board.
Yes.
You can kill a blocker and minus something for 5,000 and then just swing at it.
Yes.
Which I think creates more value, so I think it's really good.
Yeah.
But definitely the bread and butter on this deck are these two cards,
Yeah.
because they just like kind of like let you play everything else and just build wide to the point that your opponent cannot compete. This deck became really good this set because of the answers that it got.
Yep.
Kind of like the new answers. These cards,
And there's no like Lucci in the format.
and there's not really a Lucci. So
Yeah.
all the decks right now can only deal with one body a turn,
Exactly.
which is what Zoro likes, because you're
Exactly,
technically
yeah.
going to be the entire time 5,
Yeah.
so they have to swing at your board.
Yeah.
Honestly, you have to play this kind of like you're playing Dofi, which is the sense of like if they swing at your board, you kind of want to protect it, because they're not going to swing at your life ever. So you really just protect your board the entire time. There's certain times that you don't want to protect it. Like if they swing 7 at 4, you give them that. Now if they swing 6 and they have 2 life or 3 life, half the time I give them a 2 and a 1, even though that's like
'Cause
my
you
only
know you're
counter.
gonna kill the next
Even if that's my only counter, because that card is gonna create pressure the next turn.
Yes.
Like you don't care too much about counter.
Yeah.
You care about putting pressure.
Yes.
So just giving them the hand, because you know you're not gonna die the next turn,
Yeah.
regardless of it.
Yeah.
So you rather just keep putting pressure, like I said, and make them. Do you have the blockers? Do you have the drop kid? Do you have the answers to my pressure? And if you don't, you die.
Yes. Oh, that's fire, man. That's fire.
Yep.
You with it. Appreciate the details going through the matchups. I know people are gonna love that. You can go. We're gonna edit the matches, do commentary. But God, again, brother, I'm proud of you. You went crazy. This is the first time he's playing Zoro in a tournament level, and he cooked. So I think you made the right meta call, and I think this is one of the best leaders right now. So congrats,
Absolutely.
brother.
Thank you.
Okay, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.